Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm driving today. It's Sunday morning. Thought I'd tell you about the car so far. I've had this car now for 10 months now. So the bad things, let's start with the bad things, shall we? What we don't like about the car. I don't like about the car is it's too complicated. There's just so much. There's so much on this screen, so many things to learn. You just can't remember them all. Unless you've got a bloody photographic memory, you can't remember it. It's ridiculous the amount of things this car can do. The amount of little tiny things. It's been overdone. I think we just need to make it simpler. That's my opinion of it. And that's really, the only fault, other than the bloody windscreen wipers that don't work on the auto, is rubbish. Can I fault it other than that? Not now. You got the new 3D parking, because before you used to curve the wheels. Now I think curbing your wheels, unless you're just careless, it's literally impossible. It's a great car otherwise, you know. It's a great electric car. For electric car, value for money, it's got to be up there. Obviously it's the best selling car in the world as far as electric, and I think overall with petrol and diesel is maybe about number 4, something like that, number 5. I still think maybe some small petrol cars are outselling this Tesla, just because of the price point, really. I think, as you can see, I've got this roof line in now as well. That really stops the sunshine coming through, yes, but it doesn't stop the heat. Guys, if you can think it's going to reduce the heat in the car, no, it doesn't. Load of rubbish, really. It just reduces a bit. I might take it out soon. I am based in the UK, so we don't get that much strong heat in the through the glass roof, but that it's got filters in it anyway, so I think I'm just going to take it out soon. The car inside cabin temperature was 40 C the other day, so obviously it doesn't stop the high temperatures. But back to the car. Do I love it? Do I hate it? I love it, really. It's just so complicated. You know, you get these upgrades and things like that, and half the time you don't notice any difference 90% of the time, really, what it's about, except that big one we had on the parking. You know, the 3D parking was just amazing. There's nothing else like it, I believe, on the market. Any other car is just wow. Simple things like just charging the car, charging your phone rather with you know, the little pads to put the phone on, things like that are great help. It's easy to use. There's plenty of boot space, easy to drive. It's great to be accessorized as well. I buy a lot of accessories for it. I bought some a little bit more carbon to go on, so it's a nice little car to I suppose to keep adding bits to it. You can go on Amazon, and more there's more accessories coming online. I think a lot of it was originally just from China. I think this car is made in Shanghai, but I really don't know if things posted from China. Do you want to, you know, buy things from China? Credit card, some of you may think that's not safe to do so. I've never had any troubles, and I have bought a couple of bits from China actually on TikTok for it, a little bit of carbon. I'll show you in another video. That's the lane thing going off to stop you. You know, I went over the line, was great. You know, I had a thing on the other day was for the speed over 5%. When I come to a roadworks, and even the roadworks was open, it must have still had the speed on there 30 miles an hour, but there was no actual restrictions, and so the screen kept on going off, and I'm driving along, of course, and I can't find it to stop it, and I go beep 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 all the time, 30 miles an hour, because I'm doing 35, because the restrictions had finished. But the car, for some reason, didn't recognise that, and it's still doing a 30 mile an hour. So I'm driving for like 5 miles, going up and down from 30 to 40, 50, like I was allowed to do. but it was still going off. And this is a complicated thing. I couldn't remember where it was to stop that as I'm driving along. And of course, you've got to take your eyes off the screen, sorry, the windscreen, the road where you're going. Put your eyes on this bloody screen here to try and find it. And it's just dangerous. It's like using a phone, isn't it? What you see all the time. I just saw a lady going round and round about just now with a hand in a phone like this, speaking like this into a phone like that. And a lady this morning, an hour ago, she was actually phoning round with in one hand steering and texting like this at the same time as she's driving her car. I don't know if ladies are worse than men, but overall, is it a great car? Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. In a nutshell, I'd just like to make it more. Hopefully, the Model 2, they're going to make more basic. It's going to be cheaper, so it will be more basic and more simple to use on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't need. Sorry about this wobbling here. Everything it's got on this Model Y. It's just endless what this bloody thing can do, or it tells you, and really it's useless information. You don't need to know, you know. Some guy in a Tesla there, long range, just put his thumb up to me. I don't know why we have a wave now. That's handy to do, because I looked to my right and the van in front of me slowed down, so he heard that beeping. That's one thing I would set for guys. If you're going to buy a Tesla for the first time, your settings are full regen braking, so you don't have to use your brakes hardly at all, but give them a pump every now and again. Otherwise, there's pumps, the brake calipers can seize, but also on early warning of a vehicle in front of you slowing down. It saved me a couple of times, possibly, from approaching a car in front too quickly. Not saying I would have crashed into it, I would have seen it more than likely, but maybe just a couple of times over the last year. I always have that setting on the early warning. So presets, full regen, early warning, and just keep on. If you're going to buy a performance, great to have a performance mode, you know, about sport mode. I never use the track mode. You just don't need to. I think it just reduces everything about the car, all the safety features. So I would never use the track mode, but I just have it in the normal like chill mode, and that's plenty fast enough. You got 0 to 60 in 5 seconds on that. You know, you don't need 3.4 seconds every time you pull away from the traffic lights in the sport mode. So presets, yeah, simple. Voice control, great little feature to use. You know, instead of searching down on the screen for your music, just use your voice control. And the regen braking is great to use. You get used to it, and as I am now, and it's just a great tool to use. I haven't swapped over my tyres yet. I've done about 8,000 miles. You are supposed to swap over the wheels. I haven't done so yet. I just don't have time to get to it, but I probably will. But I'm going to change the tyres anyway. I did that in another video actually, because the tyres, the width of the wheels protrude over the tyre width, so you're going to catch them on curbs. This is why people are curbing. You can get the wider tyre out, what's going to be wider than the wheel. I think they're 19 something, I can't remember. I've done it on a previous video, but you can YouTube it. Lots of people have done it. So I'm going to change the tyres. I'm going to probably leave them where they are, and I'm going to change the front tyres sooner rather than later to the wider ones, so that we're going to protect the wheels a little bit, just in case I pull up, you know, next to that curb outside somebody's house and I'm not as careful as I should be. Although it does tell me on the screen, it's great big red warning, you're getting too close to the side. So really, it's impossible to the other side. What else can I tell you about the car? I mean, I just drove past the petrol station just now, and this would make you laugh, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have had this. there was probably every single pump was being used, and in traffic as well, jam, you know, at that petrol station, getting to get fuel. Because I'm in a holiday town, it's getting busier now. I don't have that problem anymore. I just drive home. When I get home, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, whatever, after work, I just plug in, walk in, sit down, have tea. I don't need to visit petrol stations anymore, or to waste money on snacks what you don't really need, buying stuff you don't really need because you just walked into the shop to pay for your fuel. So you save a fortune. Sorry about the wobbly camera. Yeah, you save a fortune on not only the fuel but all the crap you're going to buy as well with it. So you know, over a year you're probably looking at £1,000 of bloody Kit Kats as well, and cans of Coke, whatever. Well, you don't need. You're just going to get an odd drinking match because you're getting fuel as well. And if you're pissed off as well, you just queue it up for half an hour to get petrol or diesel. I don't have that problem anymore, guys. And if you're thinking about buying an electric car, really, whatever electric car you're going to get is going to obviously save you a lot of time and a lot of money as well. Buying the Tesla over other electric cars. So guys, almost finished the video there, and the bloody phone thing fell off. But all in all, it's a great car. I think you can buy cheaper cars what do the same job, less complicated. You don't need you know, everything this can do. It's just it's too much. For performance, it's amazing, of course, in the performance model like I've got. But I think the long range is probably the one I get, or probably rear-wheel drive. I don't do that many miles. For those of you who've got, you know, long journeys to do every day, the long range, plenty powerful enough. You know, it goes 0 to 60, 5 seconds. Why do you need more? I think the performance, it is great. Just put a smile on your face, I must admit. Is it worth extra money? Yes, to some people, yes. Not enough. But I think would I buy a Tesla again? I would, for what you get compared to other cars the same spec as this. You'd have to go to something like Lotus, and there you're paying 100k for that sort of sports car performance. So my answer would be yes, definitely. Anyway guys, I hope that video helps. My sort of like appraisal after 10 months ownership. The only thing I've got to do service wise, I just had a warning come up. My washer bottle is a little bit on the low side. Other than that, I'm not doing anything. No plans to service it, nothing to do. I may look at doing the filters, air filters, maybe in a year's time if a warning comes up. I've had nothing to say I should do. One thing that did happen, of course, was my camera wasn't working. One of my cameras, sorry to leave this at the end of the video because I was going to tell you at the beginning, but there's so many things to cover. Yeah, one of the cameras didn't work, the front cameras on the right hand side, and I raised a question for a service. I went and got it serviced. They looked at it and said there's nothing wrong with it, so they didn't change the camera. They didn't tell me that. I thought they changed the camera, but no, they didn't change the camera. I left the service centre thinking they had done it. They hadn't. It sort of like worked a bit, then it didn't. So I opened up another service on the app. They actually phoned me and said, the lady on the line phoned me up and said, can we close this request? I said, well, it's not done. She said, well, there's nothing wrong with it. I said, well, surely you're supposed to be able to see what's coming towards you on the right hand side. Cars on the right hand side. She said, I don't know. She said, I'll check tonight and phone you back tomorrow. So she did. She phoned me back the next day. She said, no, I've got a Model 3. It doesn't see cars coming towards you. What's a load of shit? Yeah. She just wanted to close. I said, oh, then just close it, whatever. But I wasn't happy about it. But I thought, I can't be doing with it. Yeah, I've had enough of this. This has been going on for about 5 months. So since we got the upgrade, though, the big upgrade, you know, remember there's loads of upgrades to the car for the parking and, you know, everything else. My cameras pick up everything. Front oncoming traffic on the right, in the centre, on the left. The 3 cameras behind the front, the rear view mirror work perfectly. Brilliant. Not a problem at all. So she was giving me a load of spiel. She said to me that on her Model 3, the front cameras don't pick up any oncoming traffic. What's the total load of shit? No crap. Anyway, so I think, you know, they are paid to close down requests, service requests, as quickly as possible. Anyway, get it sorted, move on to the next customer. So be warned, if you've got something wrong with your Tesla, make sure you get it fixed. It's under warranty, ain't cost you nothing. So complain and complain again. Don't let them fob you off like they're trying to do with me, to say that the front cameras don't pick up. What the hell were they there for? What was supposed to pick up? You know, I couldn't understand it. What a load of rubbish. Anyway, on that note, guys, quick whack there. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, then don't. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers. Have a safe day and enjoy your Tesla. Cheers, guys.